Hey guys, it's Jamie. Welcome back. As many of you probably figured out, my ideal client that I tend to work with most frequently are teenagers, adolescents, teenagers, and then young adults, kind of transitioning into that adulting stage. So my typical range of clients is usually like 12 to 25, with a good bulk of them being about 15, 16. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what most of my clients tend to come in with or what I tend to see the most of, so you get an idea of what I do on a daily basis. So typically, most teenagers that I see come in expressing symptoms of depression, feeling really low, unmotivated, lethargic, having really negative thoughts. Depression overlaps really highly with anxiety. So sometimes anxiety looks like depression and depression looks like anxiety. So kids might be coming in saying they're really stressed, really anxious. They're feeling all these pressures, either like internal pressures that they're putting on themselves or pressures from the family about how they're performing, what their academics are, what's going on at home. So those are the two biggest reasons why teens end up in my office is, dude, being a teenager is hard. There is so much going on in the world right now. Everything is changing, just the different pressures of what they're going to do with the rest of their life, this pressure that you have to go to college or you have to make these lifelong decisions. You don't got to do any of that. There are plenty of options. And so what I try and do in my work is help ease some of that pressure off of them, give them that perspective that they can make decisions for themselves, that there are more than one way to do things in life. And really right now they're figuring out who they are, what kind of person they want to be, what their values are, what their morals are, what their life desires are about who they are as a person. And I want to give them that space to figure that out in a non-judgmental, non-confrontational way of just like, let me brainstorm ideas. These things have been popping up in my head. I'm noticing my peers are talking about this. Do I believe that? Do I not believe that? What works for me? Because this is a really big transitional age of becoming like the adult person, the adult member of our society that they have the potential to be. And so I really enjoy really getting to hear that wide array of thought processes and help being a part of becoming a person. I read a quote that was, "Be the person you needed when you were younger." And high school was a really stressful time for me. That's when my anxiety and depression personally really peaked. And so if I can step in and I can be that support for another person, another teenager, and help alleviate that anguish, I want to do that as best as I can. So what I do is I provide different tools, different resources to get through the moment when anxiety is heightened, putting a little light at the end of the tunnel so that this depression doesn't feel so overwhelming that there's nowhere else to go, which sometimes leads to suicidal thoughts or self-injury. I do work with a number of clients who do self-harm or who have had thoughts of suicide. So basically just to really normalize, you're not crazy for thinking this. A lot of people have these thoughts, but they're scary thoughts and I don't want you to have them anymore. So I know I kind of jumped all over the place, but that's how my day goes. Every session we talk about something totally different. I can go from one day talking about football practice to the next session talking about self-injury to the next session talking about an argument with a sibling to who knows, it goes all over the place. But what I really want people to know is you can come in this office and talk about whatever you want, whatever is going on with you at that time, and nothing you tell me is going to be strange. I've heard a lot, and it's probably more normal than you think it is. And you know what? It's okay if you're not normal. It's kind of cool. But yeah, so on that part, teenagers are my thing. I like that age. We do a lot of listening to music. We do different art things. We kind of have it really casual so that they can feel, I want a teenager, I want a family to feel very comfortable coming in and really opening up and sharing some of these things that are harder to talk about. I know I kind of bounced all over, but yeah, that's where my brain goes, and I hope that this was informative or interesting, and I will see you in the next video. If you like this, please share it, please pass it along. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or reach out.